We're here with Dan Gesner at Seismic Wheels. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Tell me, when did you first start skateboarding?
I started skateboarding in 1976.
Wow, and when did you get into the wheel manufacturing industry?
I got a small start on wheels in 1996, but I really got into the wheel category in late 2003.
Since then to today, what kind of changes or trends have you seen in the industry?
Well, there's two basic trends. Urethane is getting better. It's getting more optimized for the specific application, and hub technology is also improving.
Projecting out 10, 15 years, where do you see things going?
Well, I think until there are really startling advances in urethane plastics compounding, improvement in urethanes is going to be kind of incremental rather than major breakthroughs. Where we're really going to see a lot of changes and a lot of improvements is in hub engineering. And the goal of that is going to be to control weight, control mechanical properties, vibrational damping, and mechanical characteristics of the wheel lips.
Dan, tell me, what is it at Seismic that you are most excited about right now?
We're doing a research project with students at the Colorado State University in Fort Collins, where for the first time somebody in the skateboard wheel industry is measuring things like cornering stiffness, grip characteristics, and vibrational chatter. We're really excited about how we can take the lessons learned from that research and apply it to developing wheel technology that is multiple generations ahead of what anybody is doing now.
Dan, thank you so much for joining us.
Great to be here, Brian.
See you around. All right, we're now here with Zach Venom. Zach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Zach, I know you've been doing this for a while. Tell me when you got into all this skateboard business.
I started skateboarding a long time ago. I started riding slalom back in 2007 and went all over the country doing that, and got really into tweaking on my board, getting it all set up, try to get the best time. And so I had all kinds of crazy bushings and tweaks and wedges and whatever. And at the end of 2007, I started playing around with pouring urethane in my garage and started playing with different formulas and shapes and whatever. Started selling them on the internet, and it just snowballed and turned into what Venom is today.
What kind of changes have you seen or trends have you seen in the industry?
Since I came in, the whole level has just been upped considerably. There's so many wheel companies making just incredibly good products, whereas back in 2008 there were maybe one or two. And the whole level, the whole game of urethane is just way elevated these days.
Tell me real quick, what was it like when you knew that you had a need for better urethane and you wanted to just start pouring it in your garage? It's not like cutting out a piece of wood, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I'd poured urethane with my dad when I was a really little kid to make some fake rocks for his model railroad. So I knew it was possible. I actually was in a big argument with somebody about whether or not it was possible to make skateboard urethane outside of a skateboard urethane factory. I started with wheels, but they were too expensive in the small quantities of urethane I was working with. So I decided I was going to make some bushings to sell to get more urethane to make wheels. And then I just made nothing but bushings for a couple of years and eventually got back into wheels.
Where do you see the urethane industry moving in the next 10, 15 years?
It's hard to say, because I really see longboarding converging back with skateboarding again in the long term, because now longboarding is very two-dimensional and we're starting to do jump ramps and stuff like that, and at the end of the day it's just going to turn back into all skateboarding. It's going to collide back with regular skateboarding, but we're going to be doing that kind of stuff at really high speeds.
Tell me, what are you most excited about that's happening at Venom right now?
Probably we're working on a new bushing formula and a couple of new shapes and 2 or 3 new wheels for this year, so it's all pretty good.
Very exciting. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you at the top of the hill.
We're living on the edge.
My name's Nolan Campbell. Hi, my name is Wyatt.
My name's Jake Bass. Hi, my name's Brett Ciabattini.
I'm Roger Jones.
We're at Red Board Shop.
I'm a team rider here at Edge.
I'm going to show you guys a shot.
Here at Edge, we have the widest selection of longboards with
Trust.
Lenya,
Bodyboard.
Bomb Squad.
Turn on,
Loaded. Original.
Earthwing,
GMR. Jet.
fullback. We have those.
Edge Board Shop.
You living on the edge?
Living on the edge.
We got Kyle Chin of Orangutan Wheels here. Kyle, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell me, Kyle, when did you first get into this industry?
I started skateboarding back in middle school, but then picked up longboarding in college and started working with Loaded in 2009.
Where do you see the industry going in the next 10 or 15 years?
I mean, I think we're just going to continue refining the different urethanes that are available. I mean, there's a lot of, intangible science that goes into that, so it's hard to say from sort of an outsider's perspective.
Well, when should we see a new wheel from you guys?
Not really sure on an exact date. I mean, we're just kind of letting the creativity bounce us around, a lot of ideas have sort of surfaced from previous ideas that we started with, and they just sort of segue into each other. So we're just kind of letting that process guide us along and just going with the flow.
Well, Kyle, thank you for joining us, man.
Cool.
We'll see you later.